About how hard it must have been for him to walk across the gym.
This man to deliver a message next door.
Hi, I'm Baby Diva. Welcome to HEADRUSH. How many people are playing? That's what I needed. Oh, party of one. Well, we need your name before we can get going.
45 seconds.
All right, buddy. Hit the number of the icon you want.
30 seconds.
Okay, your buzzer's gonna be the letter B.
And now, Bob, the host guy.
Woohoo! All right, welcome to HEADRUSH. I'm Bob, and you are pathetic. Playing by yourself? All right, whatever. Here's what you got to do. After a question comes up, you buzz in if you know the answer, and then you hit a 1, 2, 3, or 4 to make your choice. Pretty tough, ain't it? Okay, did everyone make? Great, let's go. Okay, I need a category. This one's called Snuffy's Got a Brand New Bird. $10,000 for this one. Flex those fingers, because here it comes. If Big Bird is replaced by the biggest living bird in the world, what will you see on the show? An eagle tickling Elmo, a finch nesting in Ernie's hair, an ostrich digging in Oscar's garbage, or a parrot counting with the count? At 10 feet tall and more than 150 pounds, the ostrich is the largest living bird around. So Big Bird doesn't even come close. Besides, he's not really a bird. It's just some guy in a bird outfit. Oh yeah, and there's no Santa Claus either. Alrighty, pick one. And this is Lessons in French, or Speaking in Tongues. $20,000 for a correct answer. Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to show you a word, and you have to tell me which answer choice it rhymes with. Okay, got it? It'll be fun. Watch. Here it is. Okay, you got it? Good. Does it rhyme with fur tails, bear my squeal, pear thigh, or her pale knees? Her pale knees? No, but last night I saw an infomercial for something that can cure that. Hey, let's take a look at the right answer. It's a French palace with a bunch of mirrors and stuff, and they signed a treaty there that ended like World War I or something. It's pronounced Versailles, and I think pear thigh is what you get when you've eaten too much French food. I need a category. The category?
I am not a robot, but I act like one in the movies.
Looks like this one's going for $10,000. And we're off. If Arnold Schwarzenegger's next action flick were called Benedict Arnold, what would you expect to see? A traitor blasting his own countrymen, a president in a high-speed car chase, a poet using his pen to stab somebody, or a chef devouring a delicious egg breakfast? Benedict Arnold is America's most famous traitor. Yeah, my favorite part in that movie is when Arnold says, "I'll stab you in the back." Category, please. Your attention, please. Attention. You just picked a dis or dat. And this dis or dat question's category is in the nude. All right, I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if he's from the New Kids on the Block or from New Edition. As each one comes up, if he's a new kid, press 1. If he's from New Edition, press 2. And to skip, press 4. $5,000 for each right answer, and $5,000 will be taken away if you get it wrong or don't get to it. Okay, let's see that timer. Let's boogie. Joey, new kid. Bobby. Danny. Donnie. Ronnie. Ricky. Last one. That's all of them. Hey, excellent. you got a whole 2 right on that one. I'm sure that's going to jack up the old score. Ooh, sorry about that, but it's time to move on. Let's put it behind us. What's up here? Okay, pick a category. Let's see what we got here. It's still bad for your teeth, and you pocket 20,000 clams if you get this one. A 1, a 2, a 3. Let's say you want a snack that's loaded with chlorine, argon, and potassium. Considering their symbols on the periodic table of elements, which candy should you buy? Snickers, Bar None, Whoppers, or Clark? CL stands for chlorine, AR for argon, and K for potassium. Put them all together, you got Clark. Well, at least eating a lot of candy won't give you zits. It'll just make you look like you dipped your face in acid. Okay, I need a category. This one is Batman breaks out the long underwear. 10,000 beanies if you get this one. Hey, you know that Batman villain Mr. Freeze? Well, say a state of tension exists between Batman and Mr. Freeze, but they never actually attack one another. How would you best describe their relationship? They've gone cold turkey, they have cold sores, they're in a cold war, or they're riding a cold front. When two countries don't get along and they share a tense relationship, it's called a Cold War. Don't tell anyone, but I think Batman and Mr. Freeze don't get along because they're really so much alike. I think they really like each other. I need a category. Uh-oh, I smell cleaning products. Well, that means we're in for a session with our good buddy, Milan, the janitor.
Just talking with Milan.
Looks like this category is 7 minutes in the broom closet, and it's worth 20,000 bucks if you get this one right.
Would you move over? You are sitting too close.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was my chair. Anyway, so tell me what happened in your English class this week.
This week I have been educated in the subtleties of alliteration.
Huh, you're probably pretty good at that, you know. Janitors probably pick up alliteration every day.
No, not litter, my thick-headed friend. Alliteration.
Alliteration? I don't get it.
Then shut up and learn. Which of these sentences is the best example of alliteration? A bouquet of intestinal gas infused the room. Peter Piper puked a peck of pickled peppers. Plopping on the wort made the lotion fizzle. Or you are a damn smart ass.
Oh, and here's what you didn't pick.
Alliteration is a repetition of a letter or sound at the beginning of the words of a phrase. In this case, it's P.
You said P. Well, thanks for the question, Milan. It was great. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye, bird-brain Bob with the very bad breath.
Bye, Milan. Hey, is my breath bad? Alrighty, pick one. The category is, you've got something on your nose. How does $20,000 sound? Hey, you know how you can get all those different kinds of tissue? You know, I hate those lotiony ones. They give me nose zits. Anyway, looks like they're coming out with a new one. If you buy a new facial tissue called nervous tissue, which is packaged like your body's central nervous system, how will it be dispensed? Will it be ripped out of hair, yanked out of a heart, plucked from a toenail, or pulled out of a spinal cord? Your nervous system is made up of your brain, spinal cord, and nervous tissue. I'm especially fond of the dispenser with the soft floral print. Okay, pick a category. Now serving. Would he still have orange hair? 20,000 bucks says you don't know this one. Let's boogie. Imagine that NBA star Dennis the Worm Rodman were actually a flatworm. If Dennis the Flatworm were accidentally cut in half, what would most likely happen? His body would die, but his head would live. He would grow into 2 new worms. He would shrivel up and die, or he would turn into a butterfly. Both halves would grow into new Dennises. Which might actually work out well. He could finally marry himself. Category, please. Open wide and get ready for Who Rocks Babies in Treetops Anyway? Get it right, I'm handing over $20K. Okay, you know that lullaby Rockabye Baby? Oh, come on, I know your mother still sings it to you when you go to sleep. Say the cradle in Rockabye Baby is the cradle of civilization. When the bow breaks, what else will be coming down with baby? China and all, England and all, Mesopotamia and all, or Mexico and all? The civilizations of Mesopotamia and ancient Iraq developed things like cities, writing, and agriculture, so it's called the Cradle of Civilization.
That's right, sweetheart. Little brats like you are responsible for the decline of civilization. Sleep tight, honey.
I need a category. We're going to take a quick pause for this commercial break.
Von den deutschen Schöpfer das Übernostrum kommt Kindernostrum. Das Linde glücklich heilen liegt den Schreckbuchstabler. Frei die kleine Aufgabe mit den großen Kindernostrum. Du musst mehr Gutgefühl mit Kindernostrum.
Time for the head rush. Keep staring at that screen, because when you see 2 words that match, you better buzz in. If you're right, I'll give you $5,000, but if you're wrong, your $5,000 is mine. Oh, and don't forget, your match better fit this clue. Video critters. Now, let's see some action on those buzzers. Good luck. Nothing to write home about, but not too shabby. Let's see your final score. That's the game. Hey, Green, you were like the best player we had this whole game. Really, I mean that. Thank you for playing Head Rush, and hey, I'll see you next time.
Yes, sir, that's show business. Thanks, everyone, for your work. Baby Diva, are we back in the saddle or what?
She just can't get enough, huh? I understand. Come on, put down the taco and make me a show. Let's go.
Alrighty, pick one. This baby is, can I smack you, smack you, smack you? And you pocket 20,000 clams if you get this one. Hey, it's time to visit our favorite college sorority house, Delta Delta Delta. If the Delta 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 sorority moves its house to an actual Delta, what kind of hazing ritual might they have for their pledges? Forcing them to be flight attendants, dressing them up as tropical fish, smearing them in river mud, or making them hunt for roots and berries? In case you're wondering, A delta is the deposit of mud and silt at the mouth of a river.
This is so gross. I don't think I want to be in the sorority anymore.
Oh, shut up. At least it's good for your skin.
Category, please. And I believe this one's called Corny Horror Movies. You get this one right, it's worth 30,000 greenbacks. Hey, you know those horror movies about Children of the Corn? Well, imagine this. In a new Children of the Corn movie, the creepy kids grind up and boil all of their corn. What's the best name for this film? Children of the Grits, Children of the Kernel, Children of the Fritters, or Children of the Corn Dogs? Corn that's been ground up and boiled is called grits.
Billy, Susie, come and eat your grits.
Okay, I need a category. Here she is. The British or something. The British or something. This one can get you 10 grand. Okay, you know how America fought the British in the Revolution? Well, if the British Army had come to fight the Battle of Concord in a Concorde, what might they have done to attack the American soldiers? Mounted muskets on the hood of a limo, fired cannons from the back of a rowboat, dropped large rocks from a supersonic jet, or attached bayonets to the front of a tractor? Bet you wish you would have picked this. The Concorde is an ultra-high-speed jet.
Looks like we got them redcoats on the run.
Yeah! Rocks! Run away! Retreat! Out! Okay, pick a category. Go Headbutt. Go Headbutt. It's Headbutt. Time, yes, it is. H-E-A-D-B-U-T-T-H-E-A-D-B-U-T-T. Headbutt. One headbutt category coming up. Songwriting can be a crime. I'm gonna open the value of this headbutt question at 50,000 bucks. Here's how you headbutt. A question like this will fly out. All you gotta do is figure out the parts and add them together. Let's see here. Paid athlete is Pro. Littlest Hanson is Zach. Add them up. Prozac. Pretty simple, huh? All right, now as soon as you know the answer, buzz in, because I'm taking away some of the cash every second and a half. Okay, put your finger on your buzzer and tell me, what's the sum of this equation? Prisoner plus part of a song. Okay, the first part of the answer is also another word for a scam, or to cheat somebody. The second part also rhymes with purse.
I carry a man's purse.
Will you get out of here?
All right, quit.
Come on, it's the shoe that Dennis Rodman endorses. Hey, the shot clock's running down here. Let's go! Obviously, you know nothing about hardened cons like me, who spend their free time writing song verses. I've seen those new Dennis Rodman shoes. Yeah, they got steel toes for when you're kicking those cameramen around. I need a category. Say hello to Wet and Wicked Western Witches. 10,000 bucks riding on this one. Hey, you know that movie The Wizard of Oz, right? Well, imagine this. Instead of yelling, "I'm melting, I'm melting," the Wicked Witch of the West yells, "I'm molting, I'm molting." What should Dorothy and the gang do? Peel off her dead skin, grab hold of her and float home, move into her hollow skull, or dive underwater on her back? Molting is when an animal sheds its outer layer of skin and replaces it with a new layer. Sounds like the Wicked Witch could use some ointment.
That's it, flying monkey. Oh, yes, rub some on my bunions.
Category, please. And here we have totally tasteless jokes. 20,000 bucks for a correct answer. Hey, you know those totally tasteless jokes like what has no arms and no legs and hangs on the wall? And then the answer is art. Well, those are so horrible. I can't believe. Hey, how about this one? What do you call a Greek statue that has no arms and 2 legs? The Thinker, David, Venus de Milo, or Slippy? The Venus de Milo is a statue of Aphrodite, the Greek goddess of love. Unfortunately, her arms fell off a long time ago.
Haha, Venus, you are so lovely. Come embrace me in your loving arms. Okay, I just pat you on your head. Bye-bye.
Alrighty, pick one. Hey, nice choice. You just picked a dis or dat. This dis or dat's category name is, you've got a river running down your leg. Okay, I'm going to read off 7 states, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's east of the Mississippi River or west of the Mississippi. As each state comes up, if it's east of the Mississippi, press 1. If it's west, press 2. And if you want to skip one, press 4. I give you $5,000 for each right answer, and you lose $5,000 for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. Alrighty, bring out the monkey. Here we go. Arkansas, east or west of the Mississippi? Illinois. Kentucky. Mississippi. Michigan. Missouri. One more. That's all. Well, you only got 3 right, but look at it this way. At least you're done. Hey, don't worry. I don't think you totally suck yet. Let's move on. Okay, pick a category. Alright, give it up for game show hosts who wear tights. This one will get you 10 grand. Coming at you. If the feuding families in Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet were to work out their differences on the game show Family Feud, who would be competing? The Rosencrantzes and the Guildensterns, the Rubbles and the Flintstones, the Montagues and the Capulets, or the Sawyers and the Finns? Survey says... Romeo was a Montague and Juliet was a Capulet. And I think they actually met on Singled Out. Okay, I need a category. Coming at you. Stop kissing me. And it's worth $20,000 if you get this one right. Oh my God, it's a Hanson question. No! If teen songbirds Hanson were to make a special appearance in the city of brotherly love, what might their fans see? Zach smooching Taylor in San Francisco, Isaac kissing Taylor in Tulsa, Isaac giving Zach a peck in London, or Taylor Frenching Isaac in Philadelphia? The city of brotherly love is Philadelphia. I always knew there was something weird going on in that family. Category, please. Well, what do we have here? Gross! 10,000 beanies if you get this one. Think fast. If you had a gross of gross stuff, what would you have? 13 cups of pee, 144 sheets of used toilet paper, 212 gooey boogers, or 1,001 piles of dog poop? Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer. When you have a gross of something, you have a dozen, or 144. Well, maybe we should start recycling toilet paper. You know how many trees have to die so you can wipe your butt? 7, I think. Alrighty, pick one. Looks like you've had rush before. Well, check out this clue, because it may come in handy. What does this taste like? If you don't do well on this head rush, we know what your score's gonna taste like. Good luck! bad, not bad. Why am I yelling? I don't know. Let's check out your final score. That's the game. Hey, congratulations, my friend. You made it through an entire game by yourself, and you came out on top. You know, not many people can say that. Yeah, they can. Oh, well. Thanks for playing. Bye.
And that's a wrap. Another day, another peso. Diva Bambina, tell me, is it going to be Uno Mas game?
Hey, you got the highest score of anybody. That must have taken a lot of brain power. I mean, look at all that smoke coming out of your ears. Wow. I mean, let me know if you want to play again, Einstein.
Milan's our resident grammar expert.
Just do it. Do it. Do it. Come on. As you say here in America, open wide. I'm out of here. That was just a song my mother sang to me when I was taking a bath.
Licking motherfucking jamming, putting on the floor like a juicy sucking, licking my. Catch a new CD by featuring the hit singles Crooked Ass that up and it goes when they in stores now. So, first dates are really uncomfortable, huh?
Gee, first date. You slammed my hand in the car door.
Oh my Oh, so this is the worst date ever.
And from the site of this devastating tornado, we have our on-location correspondent, Benjamin Lockhart. Benjamin?
It's incredible the devastation that there is in this place. I can't even believe the sight I've seen.
Benjamin?
Yes?
Are you just crumpling a piece of paper in front of the microphone again?
I couldn't afford a bus ticket.
Back to you, Bruce.
Oh, hey, Milan. I got a cousin in Poland, and he told me a phrase that I should tell you.
What is it?
Let's see, what is it? Dobrayo nogna sztywna.
What that? Ow! Cal, you have such a dirty mind. I cannot believe that.
Boy, do you know what? It's because I can't do it without going like this.
I guess being a teenager... I guess being a teenager really is going to be a big... I can't...
Naomi Campbell on Pluto, Nikki Taylor on Uranus.